Breaking news. Trump orders full release of JFK assassination files. Anchor. Good evening and welcome to our special report. I'm Your Name, bringing you breaking news on a historic decision that could shed new light on one of the most debated events in American history, the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. In a bold move, former President Donald Trump has ordered the full and unredacted release of all remaining classified documents related to JFK's assassination. This announcement has sparked renewed intrigue and speculation. Let's dive into the details. Unsealing the JFK files. During a press briefing, Trump confirmed that his administration is preparing to release 80,000 documents. While it remains unclear how many of these files contain new information, one thing is certain: there's a lot to go through. Speaking at the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts, Trump stated, "There's a tremendous amount of material, lots of reading," before reiterating his commitment to transparency. No redactions, you can't redact. Experts caution that while no groundbreaking discoveries are expected, these files could offer new insights into Cold War intelligence operations, key figures surrounding the assassination, and previously undisclosed government surveillance. A presidential order years in the making? Trump's move is part of a long-standing effort to declassify sensitive records. Upon taking office, he instructed intelligence and legal teams to devise a strategy for releasing JFK-related files. Interestingly, his directive wasn't limited to Kennedy's case. It also extended to the assassinations of Senator Robert F. Kennedy and civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. Adding a personal touch after signing the executive order, Trump handed the pen to Robert F. Kennedy Jr., nephew of JFK and son of RFK, who has been vocal in questioning the official story of his uncle's assassination. Kennedy Jr. has suggested there may have been more at play than just a lone gunman. Revisiting November 22, 1963. To understand the importance of these files, let's take a step back to that tragic day in American history. President Kennedy and First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy had arrived in Dallas to enthusiastic crowds as part of a political trip ahead of the 1964 election. However, joy turned to horror when, as their motorcade passed through downtown, shots were fired. Lee Harvey Oswald, a former Marine with alleged Soviet connections, was arrested shortly after, accused of firing from the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository. But before he could stand trial, nightclub owner Jack Ruby fatally shot Oswald in an event televised live to millions. The official investigation, led by the Warren Commission, concluded that Oswald acted alone. However, this did little to stop decades of speculation and conspiracy theories. Was there a broader plot? Did intelligence agencies have prior knowledge? Were foreign governments involved? Many still believe the full truth has yet to be revealed. What's in the National Archives? In the early 1990s, Congress mandated that all assassination-related documents be preserved in the National Archives, with a deadline for public release set for 2017, unless the president deemed certain files too sensitive. While Trump initially promised to release everything, some records remained classified due to national security concerns. President Biden's administration has continued declassifications, yet thousands of documents remain out of public view. Researchers estimate that around 3,000 records are still either partially or fully withheld. The FBI recently disclosed the discovery of an additional 2,400 assassination-related records, which are now being processed for declassification. Despite the push for full transparency, certain documents, such as tax returns and highly confidential intelligence reports, were exempt from the original 2017 disclosure requirement. The big question now, will these finally be released? New details from previously released files. Over the years, the release of various JFK files has provided intriguing details about intelligence operations at the time. Some of the most significant revelations include insights into Lee Harvey Oswald's movements leading up to the assassination. Intelligence records confirm he visited both the Soviet and Cuban embassies in Mexico City, seeking a visa to travel to the Soviet Union. A CIA memo describes how Oswald even placed a phone call to the Soviet embassy, reportedly speaking with a KGB officer. Additional reports reveal that he sought a Cuban travel visa, hoping to remain in Cuba while awaiting Soviet approval. Just over a month before Kennedy's death, on October 3, 1963, Oswald re-entered the United States through a Texas border crossing. Even more intriguing, an intercepted call recorded the day after JFK's assassination suggested that Oswald had been in contact with a high-ranking KGB officer in September 1963. This raises important questions about how closely intelligence agencies were tracking him before the assassination. What happens next? Historians argue that while these files may not prove a conspiracy, they offer a more detailed look at the geopolitical tensions of the Cold War. With this new batch of records set to be unveiled, will they confirm the long-accepted official story, or will they challenge it? Researchers, journalists, and the public eagerly await the next chapter in this decades-old mystery. That's all for today's special report. Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for updates as we continue to analyze the JFK files. What do you think? Will these documents finally put the conspiracy theories to rest, or are we in for more surprises? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.